People have been adding spices to wine for as long as they've been drinking wine. So now that it's getting chillier out, what's cozier than a warm mug of mulled wine? Pernod Ricard mixologist Jamie Gordon joins us now with tips on winter mulled wine. Jamie, thanks for being here.
My pleasure, Sarah. Thanks for having me.
So other than the red wine, which is obvious, what else do we need to know about what to add to mulled wine?
Well, most basically mulling spices. So those are going to be kind of actually, if you take this off, the things that are going to smell really nice right now.
Ooh, it does.
So you've got allspice berries. You want star anise, which I, of course, forgot for the mulled wine special. Some cinnamon sticks, cardamom, because that's going to like tamp down a little bit of the sugars that you might add as an additional element. And what else have we got? Cloves.
Okay, so once we put that all in there, we have to simmer it, and we really don't want to screw it up. Is there anything we need to know about how long to simmer it, or
yeah, take it slow.
It
if you have the opportunity, I would cook it on like a low temperature, maybe even like a simmer, for half an hour, 45 minutes. And it's nice because it sort of scents the room as well, which is...
I'm a big fan of mulled wine, but the problem is that you get to the end of it and you have all these spices left and you're out of the actual wine. Can you just like dump a little bit more wine in there, or do you need to start all over again?
You know, you probably could. You could also probably make a really cool like mulled wine ice cream if you add sort of the milk and salt and butter and have an ice cream maker.
Do you think that we're going to be able to make mulled wine ice cream after we finish a pot of mulled wine?
Well, it depends on how many people there are for the pot, I guess.
All right, so let's talk about the kind of mulled wine you have for us today, because I see here we have a little Kahlua on set. I'm a little skeptical of this.
Yeah.
Walk me through it.
It's an unlikely combination, but it's really easy. And it was sort of a pinch where I was in a meeting and they were like, well, we need a Kahlua recipe that will work for the holidays, that isn't a white Russian or a black Russian or any sort of mudslide. And I was like, well, you know what? I think this might work. So it is literally just 2 parts red wine. We used Jacob's Creek Shiraz here. It's got a little bit of smoke to it that offsets some of the sweetness of the Kahlua. So it's 2 parts red wine to 1 part Kahlua.
All right, let's give it a try. And by the way, your meetings are very different than mine.
Yes. Well, I haven't been in one of your meetings, but I will reserve judgment. But
I have a feeling yours are a little bit more exciting if they just end with tons of Kahlua.
You'd be surprised. So we've got a really big mug here.
And so it's okay if you put the spices in the mug when you're ladling it out?
Yeah, you know, you can try to sort of sieve it out as well if you prefer. I'll give you a half mug. It's early in the afternoon. And it makes for a little bit more work while you're actually drinking it, but it won't kill you unless you get a really big nutmeg.
All right.
So.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's really good. All right, that's all we have time for on your Friday Afternoon News Hub. We will be back here next week. I'm Sarah Murray.